That's a sin. I'm going to be honest with you. If you say to people, I serve the Lord, and I'm going to be honest, and who's watching me my video, I serve the Lord and I have an intimate relationship with Him, but you let circumstances take away your joy, you're giving in to the enemy. Because you're supposed to be the light of the world. You're supposed to have the joy of Christ within you to touch people's lives. But if you don't have the joy, how can you touch somebody's life? Right? Marilyn, amen. How can you touch somebody's life? Right, Anne Marie? Lord, all of us. How can we touch somebody if we don't have joy? It's like you said, yeah, let's go to this church, man. We're going to go to this. Well, let's go to this church, and you come to the church, and, there's no joy. But if you say, let's go to this church, man, there's joy that I feel, every time I go there, I get empowered. You know what happened? There's a difference. You understand what? There's a different thing that takes place. Amen. Because they can see that you're full of joy, that you have the joy of the Lord within us. Amen. But we keep letting circumstances dictate our joy. And that's a sin. I'm going to be honest with you. God said that we would have a joyful life. We read it in the scriptures. Even as John wrote in the letter, it says what? That to have the joy of the Lord in your heart. I'm always have the joy of the Lord, especially when I start talking about Him. So we have good reason to desire in our hearts to follow this commandment is to what? To love each other even as Jesus loved us. To love each other even as Jesus loved us. He first knew how much He loved us that He told us and secondly, that we would follow this commandment is what? Our joy will be what? Filled. Our joy would be what? Filled with Him. Amen. Ourselves and each other's. Now, let me say this, that it is Jesus, I'm getting ahead of myself, we ought to what? Ourselves and to each other's to obey the commandments to what? To love. See, to love. See, to love. So many people are preaching on so many different issues. You understand what I'm saying? Some people preaching on advancing the church or building. I understand it, and I want the church to advance and to grow. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I want the church to grow. I want to see these seats full. And I want to see people here that love each other and they encourage each other regardless of our faults, but that we come together in love. That's the center of the church. We should be love. Not about what you can get or what they can get off you. See? That's the sad part, because if Jesus gave up His life for us to show us how much He loves us, how much more are we to love each other here? In the church, that is a place of refuge where we can build people up. Those that come in broken hearted and say, you know what, regardless of what, I know, and I've always prayed this for Love Wings Ministry, I know that there's always a place of refuge there. I'm always accepted there. I'm always loved there. Because that's what God called us to do. To love. You see, when you have love, you get peace, you get inner joy that no one can take. So when you're going through something, you know that you're loved. You understand what I'm saying? That you're not by yourself. That you can depend on these people. You understand? And that's what God is talking about. So He has commanded us to be joyful, right? When we owe it to Jesus, right? And ourselves and to each other to obey the commandments to love. We owe it to Jesus and ourselves that commandment to love one another. Amen? And we owe it to our mothers. Amen. My mother said it to me, love. Always have love. I was sharing in the radio that I can remember when I was small and I was going, and I probably said it to you guys before and I was watching me my video, but when I was small, my mother, I would come home from school and there'd be strangers in my house. And I said, what are these people doing in my house? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know them, and some of them look derelict, you know what I'm saying? Some of them look, really either alcoholics or you can see it in their features, or you can smell it in their body, amen, or drug addicts. But my mother always said, you know what, she'll never deny, she won't never give money to them, but she would never deny food to anyone. That anybody would come to her door, she would always have rice and beans there for them, or whatever we had. And I remember I was telling my wife the other day, I said, my mother used to have this giant pot, And I remember the kitchen, there were the black and white tiles, and remember the old tables that were like metal or something, and the top was like iron. It was like an iron table, man. If you hit your head on that, you crack your skull open. And I remember this big kitchen, and all you hear was black and white. Everybody had black and white tiles in the house. Remember those days? And I would walk in, and I see these people eating in there. I said, Mom, who's that? She said, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? She didn't say forget about it. I would have laughed if she would have said that. No. But she says, I'm feeding those. She said, and you know what? We lived on Pinkin Avenue on Stroud Street in Bronzeville, which was one of the biggest areas where there was a lot of gangs. Around the block was Saratoga Avenue. If anybody from New York, they know what I'm talking about, right? And Belmont Avenue. And there, that wasn't a nice neighborhood. But we had a nice big house there. But there, my mother always said, and I can tell you something.